Hey guys, what is up? Sora here, back with another Soul Calibur 6 video, and today we're going to be covering the other command card for Ivy, which is Calamity Symphony. Now, the reason why this is coming later on in the release is because this is pretty much a brand new input. You guys can see the input down there right below. I'm going to be doing the motion just straight up, similar to the Summon Suffering video. Going to show the slow-mo, and then we're going to go over the other stuff, what makes CS so good, so on and so forth. So, without further ado, here's just the motion in regular speed. Alright, and then I'm gonna show the slow-mo video right now. Alright, so that is the motion in a nutshell, but there's a lot going on with this move. There's a reason why this video was delayed, right? And it's starting with like just how weird this move is. The way that I inputted it right there pretty much doesn't do it justice, but this is a brand new input in all of Soul Calibur. It is akin to drawing a star on your directions, right? So it starts with 3, 7. So it's the same thing as Summon Suffering, right? Which is a great thing. You don't have to learn that again. Once you get used to 3, 7, you're gonna do the same thing every single time. But here's where it becomes different. You do 3, 7, 4, 6, 9, 1, 6. Now, there's a lot going on there, but the way I can break this down is to do 3, 7, 4, 6 as a motion first, and then worry about 9, 6 as a secondary motion later. So I'm going to cover just 3, 7, 4, 6 and kind of like, I don't want to say the shortcut in doing those, but it is definitely like a more efficient way of doing those, especially on a hitbox. So, like I said, 3, 7, nothing new here. This is pretty much, if you guys watch the SS video and have trained for it, same exact motion. Here's where the transition from 7 to 4 makes sense. So you do 3, 7, and then let go of the jump and you get 4 immediately. Let me do that again. 3, 7, let go of jump, and you get 4. Or let go of up, I should say. Let go of 4. And then from 4 to 6, it's just Sonic Boom, right? Pretty much Sonic Boom motion right there. And then from 6 to 9, you just do... So 4, 6, 9. Imagine that motion. So you're really practicing 3, 7, 4, then 4, 6, 9. 3, 7, 4, 4, 6, 9. That is the best way that I've been able to find in getting this motion down pat. If you think about it like, oh, I have to press these every single time, you're not going to get anywhere. You might as well try to make it more fluid like that. I would take it super slow in the beginning. Like there is a very, very, very generous buffer for this, where you can even input something like 3, 7, 4, 6, 1, 9, and still get CS. If you treat your motion like that, where you just get everything perfectly, then speed it up, you're gonna have a lot more success with this move. Alright, so player 2 motion. The reason why I'm paying attention to player 2 in this particular move is because it's a little bit unnatural, I want to say, than just plain old Summon Suffering. And let me explain why. So on player 1 side, you do 3, 7, 4. And your thumb, you guys can't see it on camera, but your thumb already naturally gravitates away from the jump button by pressing 4. Player 2 side, not as much. You're kind of leaning your thumb towards here. So what tends to happen, or rather what can happen, is you do 3, 7, and you never get 4. Because you have to actually use your thumb to lift naturally, rather than just going to 4, where your thumb just goes over or goes away from the jump button. Here, you actually have to do 3, 7, 4 release, right? 3, 7, 4 release. And that might trip up a lot of people. The way that I think about this is if you're doing this motion, especially if you're doing it slowly and just practicing, I would think of it as literally charging up for like half a second. Like akin again to a sonic boom, where you do 3, 7, 4. You guys maybe didn't see it in that particular instance, and please replay the slow-mo part of this. But it's essentially 3, 7, 4. Wait a little bit. 3, 7, 3, 7. Wait a little bit. 4 kind of thing. 3, 7, 4. Charge a little bit. 4 for the 4. 6, 9, 1, 6. So that's the motion. Just be mindful of that. Just be mindful of that when you're trying to practice the move, that you don't want to go too fast and you just get that. You want to do it like purposefully. And there is plenty of time. The more you practice this, and for me personally, I'm still having some issues, small issues, with doing it on player 2 side. But the more I practice like doing it perfectly every single time, the more that my inputs just become cleaner and the more this becomes natural. Like I'm almost like plinking the back and the jump button, or the 4 and the 8 button, I want to say, in this regard. So there is my tip for player 2 side. Alright, so now that we've covered how you can do the move, now's the time to cover why you should do the move, right? And it's a lot of trouble, especially on paper. Like, this is a very unnatural move coming from someone who's trained for it, right? And it's a lot of trouble for a throw that can be broken. And let me show you guys that actually in action. I have set Siegfried here to break the throw. And yeah, he can throw break that just fine. So why would you do that? Well, there's plenty of things that are going on for CS that make it worth doing. First of all is damage. That's 80 damage straight up from a throw. Outranks any other throws, including back throw. Outranks even SS, which only does 60. So that's number one. Number two is there is a range factor here, and let me show you guys exactly how that is. So here's SS. Well, that's even ISS. Here's normal SS. Stop doing ISS. Here's normal SS. Here is CS from this range. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? From my experiments, CS has the same range as ISS. And here's the kicker and the last benefit with that range benefit. This comes out in 16 frames. This comes out in 20 frames. And this comes out in 18 frames. So you're doing a faster throw from farther away that, yes, can be broken, but does a lot more damage than any of our other throw in the game. So there's a lot of application here. Like, you guys shouldn't ignore CS just because it's of the difficulty barrier. Like, SS is probably still going to be your go-to command grab every single time, right? Because it is unbreakable, it has a lot of range in and of itself, but there's definitely applications for CS, and I'm about to show you guys two of the most common applications right now. First application, which is pretty much run-up CS. Now, you guys have probably seen a lot of this online already, where you can pretty much run up full screen in CS. I'm going to show you the application of that in a match that you would normally see. And this is going to come from the lethal hit combo from 66A. For the sake of time, I'm not going to show the actual full lethal hit. You guys have seen that plenty of times. I'm going to skip to the part that matters. So here you go. So that's application number one. And that's not even a perfect implementation of that application, because number one, this particular ender, oops, did it too late. That particular ender cannot be Okemi. So Siegfried is going to stay in that spot unless he chooses to lay down. So by running up, you're reading that, oh, okay, he's about to stand up and guard, right? Especially because he's probably afraid of this as an Oki. So assuming that he stands, the way that this works is do this, and you grab from right over there. So you grab from so far away, and you threaten 80 damage on any sort of wake up that they might be able to do there, if they just choose to stand. And you can fake it out with other things too. For example, you can just do like 6xp here or something like that. You can just do run up sidestep 3B, or run up just normal grab, or even just like, oh, you're gonna stay down, let me do he's not gonna stay down because of the limitations training mode, but this also perfect range for 3AG, 2AG, 3B plus K, so on and so forth. So application number 1, you add that into your offense, you threaten 80 damage from out of nowhere. It's a really, really good option. Alright, second application is pretty much just capitalizing on the range of this thing. And that is that it opens up several more buffer options for you. So going back to SS, for example, right? That won't reach out of 66K. And 66K is pretty normal because it tech crouches, so you do see a lot of people doing like this, and then just missing SS. I can't even get it. There we go. You can't even get SS there. But you do get CS. So for example, oops. That's ICS. I didn't mean to do ICS. That has shorter range. That's why we're not covering ICS in this video. That has shorter range. Does 10 more damage, but anyway. Here's CS. Oh my god. There we go. Happy accident is happy accident. You guys got to see the difference between ICS and CS in a video that I wasn't even planning to show ICS, but I'm not going to talk about ICS anymore. That's a common buffer for CS. Yeah. There's other places where you can buffer this, like 66BB and then run up, for example. Let me try to do that. So you do have that as well. There we go. There we go. You do have that as well. Then that's a lot more mind gamey. This does force a restand. They are forced to stand there. So you can do like this, and then fake the forward dash and then back. So for example, forward dash back, 3AG. Very, very common setup. But if you add CS into this, then you become a lot more scary. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much it. That is how to hitbox Calamity Symphony. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to tweet at me. My Twitter handle is @hitbox_Sora. And I post deck daily. I post deck from other IV mains daily. Until then, thank you guys for watching. This has been Sora, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.